Time for my yearly review update on the bars, grips, rings, the BGR. I've had it for about 2 years now, and if you watch my review, you know that I have mixed feelings about it, that I really, really love it, but I don't really think it's as great as I thought it would be, nor do I think that it's necessary for me personally, even though for some people it could be absolutely the best thing ever and all you could ever want from something other than like some ceiling mounts if you were trying to work out indoors or whatever. But yeah, the key for me is the fact that I'm still doing this review means that I still own it. It's just got this big question mark there. It's like I don't really use it on a regular basis, but every time I pull it out, it's like, man, this thing is really great. You know, a lot of times when I do pull-ups indoors, if I'm not using a doorway pull-up bar, I just use like my Kinsui 360 grips and just put them directly on the ceiling mounts and start doing pull-ups indoors. So it's like I don't really ever care to break out the BGR and set up the pull-up bar hanging from those ceiling mounts or whatever. But every time that I do, I just absolutely love it. And I love that, you know, my Kinsui Swissies, they all fit on it and all that. And so you can vary up the grip options. You know, then you could just go straight into the, you know, add the ring attachments and just start doing your dips. You can add the suspension handles and start doing some other accessory work or whatever. And it's just like, man, I really, really love this thing. But I just don't use it a whole lot. So it's still in excellent condition, perhaps because I don't use it a whole lot, but I've never seen that it could have any potential problems. So it holds up rather well. The build is excellent. The functionality of it is great. It has, you know, you can do pull-ups on it, which is my favorite exercise, and you can do either ring pull-ups or you can do the bar pull-ups, or you can just do pull-ups with the handles if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. It's solid enough. And it's like, you know, and it does suspension training, and I love suspension training. It does gym rings, and it's just wonderful. You just get a lot of stuff. You can, you know, pull off the same leg exercises. So with any suspension trainer or rings or whatever, so you just get yourself a weight vest to decrease the volume a little bit, and you're good to go. It's great. But with body weight training, it's like all in one. It's everything you need. But I just don't use it that much, you know. And it's not even that complicated to set up, to be honest with you. I mean, the setup is just as fast as it's ever been. It's just that I don't, you know, maybe it's because it took so long during the process for it to go from its Kickstarter or Indiegogo or whatever it was that I got in on it to the time it finally shipped to my door, that I tried so many other different things that I got into routines that didn't involve it. So, yeah, it's a fantastic piece of equipment that, you know, it looks great on paper. It's well constructed. The only bad thing about it was the bag that it initially came with, which, I mean, it's, you know, it can fit in any sort of bag that you have. I mean, that wasn't the worst thing. It was just this net bag that was like, meh. That was the only knock against it. The bar is solid. In fact, you could use that bar as a resistance band bar if you wanted to, you know, if you wanted to add resistance bands to that whole piece of kit. I mean, it's like everything about it is great. It's just I don't use it a whole lot. So why haven't I given it to the patrons? Why haven't I, you know, tried to sell it or whatever? Well, the reason is because, you know, I just always think one day I'm going to love this thing. And one day I'm going to get rid of so many other things that I have that I like to use that are just, you know, part of my habit. But it is not this day. So I think I'm going to try to make myself use it a little bit more. And if it just doesn't add anything, I think I will give it to the patrons. But not because there's anything wrong with it, but it would be a heck of a score for my patrons, and I'm just not using it. Even though it's wonderful, it's fantastic, it's great. And the second, if I did decide to get rid of it instead of get rid of other stuff to make sure I just use that on a consistent basis, I know I'm going to have instant regret. So take all that for what you will for this review update. Like I said, it's still a fantastic piece of equipment that I just don't really use that much. So there you go. If you liked the video and found it helpful, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. Don't care either way. If you want to support what we're doing at Theology Geek Fitness, you can do that by becoming a patron at patreon.com/theologygeekfitness. $1 gets you in the door, where you can find all kinds of workout videos, seeing me use pull-up bars, seeing me use grips on suspension trainers and other things. You can see me use gym rings. You just won't see me using the bars, grips, rings for any of it. And you'll see resistance band workouts, dumbbell workouts, all kinds of weight vests, all sandbag, all that stuff is available. Over 100 workout videos for just $1. If you're $10 and above, you can get on the Patreon gear giveaway that I do quarterly, and you might get yourself the bars, grips, rings. Who knows? We'll see. I'm going to make a decision by December, and you'll either see it. If it's not in the December gear giveaway, then I'm just going to hang on to it forever. But we're going to use this year to find out if I'm just going to keep it. Great piece of equipment. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.